of a book, what else
Thanks, Jeff.
is the book about?
I totally forgot.
Oh.
Please don't make us start over.
Yeah. So what'd you think?
So what do we know what the rest of the book was about? I mean,
No, I did not look that up.
and I'm trying to
I
imagine
guess
a
the
book.
director has every one of the films that he's done before this one is always about a person looking to find out who they really are. This was just like another step in that direction, supposedly.
I'm trying to imagine a book where one chapter is about a crime boss who goes through a sex change.
Yeah.
Like
It's called
what's
Écoute.
the rest of the story?
It's a long
like?
chapter.
Yeah, I would think so. Yeah.
Well, I'm curious to hear. I asked my daughter and son-in-law to look at this because he's Mexican. He's from about 2.5 hours northwest of you, Gary, where you are. That's where his family lives. And his dad was a psychologist and he's a PhD. I'm curious to hear from their perspective what they thought of it.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
Well, I'm also, our best friends in Springfield, their daughter is now a gentleman, and I want him to watch it and see what his take is.
Yeah.
Now Matt's is trying to figure out who's that.
Doesn't matter.
No. So has anybody seen Conclave?
Yes.
Yes.
So, okay, so the theme, which is all about, and I don't want to be a spoiler for anybody.
Is it theatrical?
Conclave?
Oh, Conclave is the Catholic one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's about the Pope. Yeah.
Yeah, but the whole crux of the movie turns on a question about sexual identity. And we watched Conclave, and then we watched Emilia Pérez. I mean, it's a crime boss who's trying to live an authentic life, but as a byproduct gets to escape being a crime boss.
Right.
And a sexual identity question related to somebody who doesn't necessarily want to be Pope, but
yeah, yeah.
Have a back to back that there seems to be a theme here in Golden Globe Oscar world where sexual identity is the centerpiece. Totally, one is the least holy of people and one is the most holy
of people.
But they meet at the same intersection.
But I'm not getting the sexual identity in Conclave.
Donna.
Come on.
The person that they picked for
person they
Pope.
eventually vote.
I thought you were yelling at your cat again.
No.
The person that they
chose to be Pope.
okay, yeah, and that now I remember. Yes,
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Well, anyway, I was thinking, and someone had written this, and I thought they thought it was a more like a Mrs. Doubtfire.
Wow.
And it kind of is.
Wow, I didn't make that connection.
I didn't either.
Mrs. Doubtfire, and she dressed up like a
broad
woman to get
connections.
so.
There was a label for the type of movie this is comedy. It was listed.
I know.
What?
I didn't get that.
Golden Globe has some issues with their labels.
Yes, they do. I
think we talked about this last week or before.
Yeah, at some point.
And
yeah, their titles are crazy. Yeah, I actually didn't say that because it's like, this is not a comedy, and they're, yeah.
No, if it is, I'd like to know what part of it's considered to be such.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
I think in Wikipedia they call it a Mexican crime drama musical or something.
Right.
Like that.
Yeah.
That's a very distinct category.
Yeah, it sure is.
Not a lot of contestants.
What was the point of the whole thing in Bangkok? I mean, it was kind of a cool choreographed with all the gurneys and all, but he doesn't go to Bangkok to get his, his surgery. What was the point of that?
did.
that's
I
what-
was
well, that-
waiting
she
for
had
Jeff
to go.
Copeland to talk about that. That was so
Yeah.
neat.
Oh, that would have been great. Yes. But she goes there to do the research, to find who's the best person, who's the ones that would be
She's
willing to
looking
do
for
I
it.
God.
understand. I mean, yeah, I watched the movie. I get that, but when you're editing a movie, I guess I had a couple of things that I also had trouble with just in terms of movie making was the old, you don't put the gun on the mantle unless somebody's going to use the gun. And it's like, so what's Bangkok all about? What was the diary all about? She's writing the diary and you're like, oh, that's how they're going to find out who he is. Nope, she throws it in the fire. It's like, so why was that included? How does that serve to move the narrative forward? I don't know. Those were just a couple of things that I sort of had like
Mhm.
yeah, and it's over 2 hours long. I'm like, if you took out the stuff that had absolutely nothing to do with the plot, this damn movie wouldn't have lasted so long. Anyway, yeah.
Well, I really enjoyed it. I found it, I enjoyed it more than I thought I would. Quite.
I know I'm in a minority, but I'm sorry. I am having there's 2 hours I'll never get back.
Yeah, I know.
No,
Well, I've had plenty of those. Yeah.
Yeah, so bye. Sure. We all have.
The
But
big
this one,
year.
yeah.
Wasn't that it?
Comes to mind.
The big year.
Yeah, the big year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had a few.
I watched a movie the other night called Thelma, which was produced
Yes.
by Clint Eastwood, and the only reason I mention is because Thelma's grandson reminds me but his voice reminds me so much of Jeff Arthur that it's worth watching just to see if the grandson and Jeff Arthur, I think, are the same people.
You don't see him in the same room, huh?
You've been holding back on us, Jeff.
Thelma, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's have you seen the Ted Danson, what is it called? Inside Job?
Inside Job or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
let's
This
call
is
it.
another one that appeals not to the same age group.
Yeah.
70 plus age group.
But it wasn't that based on a true story though, Gary?
Well, the director says it was based on his grandmother. I guess she was a
Oh.
feisty thing, and he made a movie based on
Ah,
his
okay.
memory of her.
Okay.
It's a stretch. The movie is a stretch, but
Yeah.
whole time I'm watching this, I'm like, that's Jeff Arthur's. It's his voice that is Jeff Arthur's. Maybe that's a Pacific Northwest voice.
Yeah.
specific
I'll have
thing.
to check that out and see what I sound like.
Ah, see, there he goes. Just like
Yeah.
Doing overdubs.
You heard it again, huh?
yeah. Well, so who saw Conclave?
I
I
saw
did.
it a while back
Chris?
though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought that was very powerful.
Yeah, I did too.
I liked it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not Catholic, but I enjoyed the movie very much.
Yeah. Oh, and you know what I saw, Gary? I saw Focus. Remember you suggested that before it left Netflix?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was interesting. Another
Yeah.
interesting William H. Macy.
Well, and the
film.
guy who gets a credit for all the pickpocket and sleight of hand things is from Springfield, Missouri. While we're watching it, while we're watching it, I turned to Joan and I said, I bet Apollo Robbins had something to do with this. And the very first credit comes up as a special recognition to
Oh.
consultant Apollo Robbins. Yeah,
Wow.
Nice.
I've got to go, and I'm going to
Okay.
go, try to navigate the dirty Mexicans all around. There's 22 million of them here, so
Eat,
hopefully I can find some decent ones.
eat lots of ants and crickets and stuff for us.
Yeah, I think one of the cocktail bars here, the salt around the rim of the mezcalita is worm salt.
Oh,
So
well, there you go.
Well, if it was
it's a
bad,
What the
it
hell
wouldn't
is
be
worm
there.
salt?
beautiful place. See you guys.
Okay.
Gary.
Bye, Gary. Okay, so does anybody see anything else? Any recommendations?
Oh, I watched that silly movie on Netflix, the Carry On.
Oh, I didn't, yeah. I heard, was any good? I heard it was,
Nah, not so much.
yeah, that's why I didn't watch it.
I think
Watch the
People-
Sixth season of Virgin River. It's out now, if anybody's followed that through.
I haven't done that either. I usually, I've heard it's good, but I just haven't gotten into it. I did want to see Penguin because Colin Farrell, who is such a good-looking guy, what they do with the prosthetics on him is unbelievable. I was watching it trying to find one iota of Colin Farrell in that character, and I couldn't. He's nowhere to be found. His voice, his body, his face, nothing. It was amazing to me the kind of job they did on his makeup and the job he did as an actor. Oh my gosh, he was good. And he won, I think he won Golden Globes, if I'm not mistaken. He won the Golden Globe for Best Actor. And he said, I guess it's prosthetics for me from now on. So, which would be awful.
Wow.
Because he's such a good looking guy. What else have I seen? Nobody has seen anything, Jeff? You haven't seen anything?
No, I haven't.
Nobody.
No. Yeah, classes start for me this week, so I've spent a lot of the last few days just prepping for my
Working.
Yeah.
And Chris, have you, what advice? Yeah,
Just Virgin River is all.
that's it.
I can flip through some things. And it's like, nah, no.
Yeah.
No. So I shut off the television and I grab my book.
Yeah.
much
Well, I did
football.
watch the crossover, Abbott Elementary and It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. If you get Hulu, you can watch it still. It was last week's episode, but that was pretty funny. That was, yeah.
I like both of those, but I haven't.
How did they cross them?
The characters from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia had to do community service.
Oh,
They ended
figure.
up at Abbott Elementary, and yeah, and it's pretty well. I thought it was well done the way that each of the characters stayed pretty true to what you expect from It's Always Sunny, but they interacted with the teachers and especially Mr. Johnson. The if you watch Abbott Elementary, he's the custodian.
I watched Sunny, but not Abbott.
Abbott, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
if you like Sunny, I think you would like that one. It's it's a half-hour show, so it's not a big time commitment.
How did that happen? Because that's like a network show and a far
Yeah.
removed from network show.
Wow.
I'm not sure. I don't have all the details, but Quinta Brunson, who writes and also acts in Abbott Elementary, it was somehow she had a connection to both shows. So that's but I don't remember what her.
Yeah, I saw
what
that
her connection was.
advertised and I go, how did that happen?
Yeah. It's like I said, it's only a half an hour and it's worth it. Yeah.
But if you haven't seen what has happened up to then, it's been a while since I've seen both of those.
Oh, it's fine. You don't need
It's
to-
self-contained. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can watch It's Always Sunny anytime.
Yeah.
It won't make any sense
Yeah,
to the
that's
previous
what I
week.
remember. Yeah. One of the things I'll still continue, I think, if you like that kind of a film, The Day of the Jackal, I'm just still amazed. I'm still amazed by his portrayal. Eddie Redmayne, his portrayal. I think he does a really good job. If you like a political thriller type of movie, I think that's a good one to see. And I did like Black Doves. It was kind of fun. It's kind of interesting, but Keira Knightley playing a action spy character that she does a lot of fighting in it and all that. It's kind of interesting to see her do that. So those two I liked. But I
She's
haven't
like
watched
98 pounds.
what?
She's like 98 pounds.
I know. And it is, well, she did do a lot of training. She wanted to do this. They were just writing her out of a lot of the scenes, and she asked them to write her into him, and she did a lot of training with learning how to kick and really throw a punch or whatever she was doing. Yeah. So, so it's kind of fun. I mean, I think it's kind of fun. But more than it's just, she's just good. So that's about it. So since we,
Matson, where is that? Sunny in Philadelphia? Where is that found? The channel or streaming network?
I know.
I don't remember.
Never mind. Karen might know.
I'm trying to think. I'd have to Google it. And
I'd have to-
yeah.
I just know where it is.
It used to be on Netflix, I think. It was years and years ago. I started watching it, and I don't know how long that show's been on. It's like at least 5
It's
years
like
ago.
The Simpsons.
Yeah.
I watched some of it, and I couldn't get into it.
Ah, interesting.
You didn't like it?
No, but like I said, this was years and years ago.
Yeah.
Our tastes do change.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Well, I guess if that's it. I mean, if nobody has anything, you just started it. We might as well just forget about this recording. Because I think you only
Yeah,
started.
I
it-
totally blew it.
Yeah,
All right.
but that's all
It's all
right.
good.
Yeah,
It's
our followers will forgive us, I'm sure.
I was thinking more like Bill and Mahoney or whoever wasn't here, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's all
oh
right.
well.
Now, what is that one for next week again? The Stalker?
Yeah, we
Well,
need.
apparently it's on Prime. It's an hour long.
Okay.
I haven't seen it yet, but I was looking it up. I'm probably not going to be here next week. I out of town and don't get home till late Monday night. But that's only Stalker, just the Stalker. I found there's lots of other Stalker variants,
Mm-hmm.
and Jeff didn't mention a star or
Okay.
anything that I recall about it. So it's a horror movie for 1 hour.
Well, my
Hmm.
note says it was on Prime. And
Yeah.
then for some reason I wrote Russian down next to it.
Yeah,
I don't remember what that means.
It was Russian. You're right, Jeff. I remember the other Jeff saying it was a Russian film. So
Okay.
Huh.
So
Okay.
subtitled then?
I guess.
Hmm.
And the only one I found that was Russian that was subtitled was from 1979, and it was like, from what I could see, although that was a week ago, so was that it was more like a series than it was a film. But maybe I misunderstood that part.
Hmm.
So we need Jeff to give us some clarity.
Yeah.
Well, if it was 1979 and it was a series, it must have been like a movie of the week thing or something.
Yeah.
Well, or it wasn't in this country. It was only in Russia. I don't.
Nobody was
Oh.
streaming in
No,
1979.
no. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
don't
who
know.
wants to ask him which one?
I'll ask him. I'll send him a message and ask him.
Okay, yeah, if
happy
he would
to.
send an email out to all of us, that would be very,
Yeah.
thank
I
you.
saw him and Cindy this weekend.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, we went and saw a friend of theirs play at a really nice little coffee shop, well, bar and coffee shop in the city where, oh God, if you don't know, in the city of St. Louis, they barely clean the major thoroughfares. They do not do any kind of snow removal on side streets.
Oh my God.
So we get there and there's like nowhere to park that isn't just like deep snow, but Jeff went ahead and found the least horrible place to park. And then we get to the door and there's this little sign that you couldn't even see from the street, parking on Illinois Avenue. And we're like, wait. By the time you get there to see that sign, you've already parked.
That's right.
But we made it out. We
Funny.
made it in, we made it out. But yeah, we were cracking up over it was like on a little easel, but like a little, like knee high kind of easel. We're like,
Oh,
doing nobody
please.
any good.
No.
But it is a nice little spot. I'll go back there after the snow melts. But yeah, it's called Spine. It's like an indie bookstore and a coffee/bar with a small stage and some nice seating. Yeah.
Where's that at?
Oh, nice.
It's in St. Louis City. It's on Arsenal. You can still really close to the brewery. You can actually smell the hops. as you're getting out of the car.
Hmm.
Huh,
Bella, hey.
nice.
All right, I'm gonna go take care of Bella. I'll see you guys.
All right.
Okay.
Week.
Everybody
Next
take
Bye.
care.
week, soccer it
Care.
is. Okay, bye, y'all.
Bye-bye. Good pick, Donna.
Good,
Yeah, I
Thanks.
enjoyed it. See you
good,
later.
glad. Bye, you guys.